I guess the question is, would that help turn things around at the Atlantic City casinos? They won 10% less during the first 6 months of 2013 compared to the same period last year. And that puts them, according to some people, on a pace for the worst year they've had in a couple of decades. Joining us now from our studios at the Richard Stockton College, the chairman and CEO of the New Jersey Casino Control Commission, Matthew Levinson. Mr. Levinson, good of you to join us. Are, at this point, any sign of a turnaround as far as you can tell?
Mike, it's a pleasure to be here. I do see a chance for a turnaround for this year, and I think it's a very good chance. The numbers that we're seeing coming in for July are big. Revel had its first profitable week since they opened. You talk to a lot of the non-gaming entities in town, and they are talking about the best 4th of July weekend they've had in the history of their business. So there's been a lot of people in town. The 4th of July, where it fell, really helped out the shore towns, and I do believe you will start seeing some turnaround.
Now, you mentioned Revel. They report their first profitable week ever since opening, but on the other hand, they also announced the layoff of 75 managers. Is that a smart move as far as you can tell?
That's strictly a business decision with Revel. They have new management coming in. You have a new chief operating officer that came in and took a look at the way that the company worked and the business worked, and made his own changes. As the chairman and CEO of the commission, you never want to see anybody get laid off, but they took a look at what they had and made the business decision to lay off 75 upper management people, which, like I said, is never a good thing.
As you well know, they came into and went out of bankruptcy in the not too distant past. There are some who still to this day say, we don't know if they're going to make it. Do you think Revel will make it?
Yeah, Revel and Atlantic City as a whole, you won't find anybody as optimistic as I am. I truly believe, and if anyone hasn't seen Revel or any of the changes that have been made in Atlantic City, you'll see that it's a beautiful property, it's a beautiful city, and with what Revel has, all the entities and all the retail and the restaurants and the pool and the day club and the nightclub, it is a whole round resort that people were looking for.
And they really, one of the things that strikes me though is that, I mean, they came in kind of with almost like the old Las Vegas advertising thing about trying to bring in families, and now they've decided that didn't work. So they're emphasizing bringing gamblers back in. Are there enough gamblers to go around right now with all of the competition from other states? Are there enough gamblers to make Revel successful on the face of it and to turn Atlantic City around as well?
Well, that's the biggest question. It's the amount of gamblers that are around. Even if you look at Maryland Live that just opened up, and you look at the gaming numbers that we did have in June, the convenient gambler, and that's who they are. Those people are going to gamble the most convenient place. So when you have places like Revel that people can come and have a full weekend to do things and have a resort experience, that's the change they're looking for. And with Revel, they didn't even look at the Vegas experience. They really didn't look at gambling at all. They looked at a full-fledged resort and gambling second, and now they're taking a look at bringing the gamblers in.
In an effort to make gaming more accessible, internet gaming is now with us or will be shortly. Applications were due in. Is it correct, 10 out of the 12 down there have submitted their applications?
As far as I know right now, I think everybody is if not submitted, at least in somewhat of talks of agreement for their internet applications. I know of definitely 10 that have been public of coming out and saying who they are teaming up with. So yes, and the November date to go live, speaking with the division, it looks like a date that's going to happen.
The PokerStars Resorts combination, you know resorts from your past career rather well. Is this a combination you're comfortable with? Because a lot of people were poking a lot of questions about the PokerStars previously announced attempt to do a deal with the Atlantic Club.
Mm-hmm. Well, as with PokerStars, with buying the Atlantic Club, they would be going for a casino license. What they're going for right now with teaming up as being a vendor of resorts, they'll be going for a CSI vendor license, which the division will be in control of and doing the investigation. And their regulatory process is second to none, and I firmly believe that they'll go through everything they need to go through to make sure that they are a valuable partner for resorts.
Mr. Levinson, have to leave it there. Thank you for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.